Hey everyone, Leanne Drake here with Usborne Books and More. I want to take just a moment to show you some of my favorite preschool books. I'm going to call this my preschool books category. First off, I want to show you our Little Artist Books collection. This is a collection of these cute little board books. Notice the size of them. And these different board books contain four kids. We've got Ruby, we've got Mondi, we've got Nina and Carlos, and each one of these individual kids has a different thing that they like to do. So for example, Ruby is our little artist, so she's got some great pictures in here, talking about how she expresses herself in her art. I love this because it's a great chance to encourage those little ones that different kids like different things and they have different personalities. And then here's little Nina. She's a fashion designer and she really likes to spin like a top and dress herself up, and it's very cute. We've got Mondi here. He's our little artist as well. So he's got a great little musical background. He's a musician. And then we've got Carlos, who is our painter. So it's got some great information in there. This comes in a great little box that you can hold all four books in, and it's got that great board book pages. Let me also show you Baby's very first slide and see. This one's animals. We actually also have Under the Sea, and our brand new one is called On the Farm, and it's a great book as well. So Monkey's hiding there, and notice he can peek out. My favorite thing about our slide and see books is that they're super easy for those kids to slide and see. So as soon as they have the ability to trace some things on the page, they're able to slide these around. I have found babies that are doing tummy time love to have these propped up right in front of them. They don't actually interact with the book, but they can see those bright colors. And notice there's not a lot of words on the page, so it's all about seeing the colors and seeing the animals. If you can put them in their little bumbo seat and put this in front of them, they'll actually work with the texture on the book as well. This book has a lot of finger trails, so it's got some texture that brings the kids in as well. So that's a great one. Let me go to our peek inside. I've got a couple of different of these that I want to show you. This is one of our newest ones, Little Red Riding Hood. This one's neat because it's got this great layering effect on this book, and each page that you turn adds a layer to the picture. And you can see it's the classic story of Little Red Riding Hood. Notice how those books, how the pages have gone through and just added a different layer. And then once you get past some of that building of the picture, there's some flaps here that are nice and big that draw those kids in. Got some great little peek throughs there. So I love this book. I'm super excited about the Little Red Riding Hood book. Thinking about those peek inside and lift and looks, this is a great one for any of your younger preschool kids that are getting ready to go and take a trip. This is all about the airport, and it's got some great information on what happens in the airport. It's actually got flaps that they can find out some more information. Underneath each one of the flaps, I would even say, you know, up to like second or third grade might like this book, because again, it's all about learning. This is one of my favorite pages. It's all about the luggage carousel and how all of that works. And it just gives them some information about what to expect if they're about to go on a plane flight or they're about to take a trip. This is a great little book that they can work with to learn more about the airport. You may have heard of Billy B. Brown. She's one of our series books. She's got some great chapter books if your kids are looking at learning how to read. We're going to talk about those probably a little bit later in the party, but this one is a new board book for the little ones. This is Billy B. Brown's Underwater Adventure, and it's got some great information. It's got a great little story about Billy B. Brown and the little adventure that she takes here with her family, and will she be able to save her friends from the great floppy sea monster? So it's a cute little book as well. I encourage you to check that one out. We have I Want to Be an Astronaut. There's also I Want to Be a Lion Tamer. My little guy's been reading the Lion Tamer one, so it's in the other room. But this book is fabulous because it's got lots of great occupations, and it talks a little bit about what each occupation does. I love the thick pages in this book. It is a board book, but it's got lots of great information about each one of these occupations and these little kids. It's a little girl and little boy that go through trying to decide what do they want to be when they grow up. Super fun book. Gotta love our pop-up books. Usborne does have a fabulous guarantee with our pop-up and our lift and look and all of our books. It's a 50% replacement, so no matter what happens to your book at any point in time, it's for the lifetime of the book. If anything happens to that book, you can contact me, you can contact an Usborne consultant, and we'll replace that book for you for 50% off. So you can get the book for half price. If that particular book isn't in our stock anymore, we allow you to pick one that's very similar to that. So if you're worried about your children with these flaps or with these pop-ups, I encourage you to try them out. They're actually really durable. This is my 2-year-old's book and it still looks fabulous. So I encourage you to try out some of these books, the lift and looks and the pop-up books, because I think you'll be really impressed by the quality that we have there. And like I said, if something happens, let me know and we will replace it for you. I have to show you my Listen and Learn First English Words. This is my son's copy, so you can tell he loves it. He actually is 2 years old, and this envelope contains cards that are double-sided, front and back. He can open the envelope himself, put it into the slot himself, and then all you do is you press on the little button up here at the top, which he can do better than I can. It tells him, okay, this is the animals page.
Tiger.
And when he gently presses
Dog.
on any one of the animals, it actually tells and says that animal word for him. I love this for my 2-year-old because he's learning different words, but then also when he gets a little older, it's great because notice that the words are printed down here at the bottom. So when they start to read, this will help with some of that sight reading of those words as well. I have to talk about our noisy books. My video is getting really long here, but I definitely want to talk about these because I think as parents, we think we don't want anything that adds additional noise to our children. They make plenty of noise as it is, but these books are not overly loud. They're actually great as far as volume is concerned. We've got all kinds of noisy jungle, pirates. This one's the pirate books. There's all kinds of different topics here. My guy loves these books because the tabs at the top make it super easy for him to go to whatever character he wants to learn about. For example, in the noisy jungle book, he always wants to go directly to the monkey, and so we just go right to that with those tabs at the top. You'll also see, I'll go ahead and press one of the sounds here. What I like best about these noisy books is they are not distractions from the stories, they're enhancements of the stories. So you don't actually have to press the button in order to understand the story itself. It's just kind of background noise that can happen when the story is going on. So it's a great book, and again, like I said, not too loud. Big Book of English Words. This one is great. It's kind of like a reference book for those little preschoolers, but it's got lots of fun graphics in here. Reminds me a little bit of those Richard Scarry type looking books that are graphics in here. And it is great for those who are learning to read or that want to know what words mean for something specific. It's got lots of different drawings in here, and it's got words underneath each individual drawing to talk about what that particular item is. So I love this one. Also want to show you our Lift and Look books that are first questions and answers. We have How Do Flowers Grow, and we also have What Makes It Rain. And this is another great flat book. Again, you guys, my 2-year-old plays with these, so they're fabulous. I encourage you to check them out, but it's got lots of great information about those flowers. This is a great springtime book if you're looking to put something in an Easter basket or to give for Valentine's Day as those flowers start to come out. This is a great book because it gives lots of great information about how they grow. My little guy at this point, we're just going through and talking about the colors, and we talk about how all the flowers are different colors and all the animals that are located in the book and how they help with the flower growth and all that good stuff. So I encourage you to check those out as well. Thanks so much for watching, and let me know if you need any help finding any kind of preschool book.